to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sport. And of course, we're here for another installment of our IPL Fantasy Show, joined by Shamir, our resident cricket expert. And we're joined here by our resident KKR expert. Should be happy, smiling, booming, Antonio. Right? So let's slide right into the action. So we would have left off from the first of this new month. So let's jump into the action from the first, all right, the April Fool. So we would have had the Rajasthan Royals beating up my team, Mumbai Indians. And of course, the standout there would have been Just Butler. He is on fuego right now with Shamir Antonio.
Yeah.
Right, doing really solid again. If you don't have any teams when he's about to play, fix that. You need to have him. And well, we'll talk about something just now, a special booster we would have used on him. What helped Maya doing okay so far? Samson, solid. I had him recently, solid. Pick of the bowlers, Mills. Can't go wrong with Mills. Can't go wrong with Bumrah as well too. Pollard getting a little bit in there too as well. Let's look at the others. So Mumbai innings, of course. So Kishan, solid. Varma. Solid, not too bad. I think I had them for those games as well, so not too bad at all.
He's uncapped, so he's a good one to have.
Right. Keep that in mind. If you're like me and you only have a certain amount of transfers left, right? Goes. Antonio, how the fantasy treating you so far, bro?
Well, not too bad after.
Since Thursday, since Thursday.
Yeah, since the last time we met, it was going good.
Yeah, I like it as well. Exciting, eh?
Yeah, it is actually. So next up we had the Gujarat Titans beating up the Delhi Capitals. So of course, for them, the pick of their bowlers, we had Gill, Pandya with 31, Miller with 20. Now let's not forget, guys, for every run score, they get a point for that. So I'm not upset if I have two batsmen and they score 20 and above each. And Shamir, you're going for more.
Yeah, I agree, but they also get points for passing 30.
Yeah.
And then passing 50 also get points, 100 additional points as well. I think they get bonus points for hitting sixes and fours.
Strike rate, I think, and all two is a thing too.
Strike rate over a certain amount,
Right. So keep that in mind. Look for the heavy hitters. Mustafizur Rahman with 3 wickets, 3 for 23, very economical. So you'd have gotten probably some economical bonus points as well. The bowlers get that. I don't forget 1 wicket. Tell them, Shamir, how much is 1 wicket worth?
I think it's 25 points.
25 points.
Yeah.
So if you had someone like Mills that we just showed there, you would have gotten 75 points and any bonuses. So keep that in mind as well. If it is that you want to captain your batsman, vice captain a solid bowler. How that sound there, Shamir?
Yeah, I mean, good strategy so far. It could be dependent on the game as well.
Yeah, of course. Right? Yeah. Of course, Khalil Ahmed with 2 there. So coming down, checking the Delhi Capital innings. Pant, can't go wrong with Pant. Solid cricketer, 43 points. Latif Yadav, 25. Rahman Powell, 20. Uncapped. Right? Again, nice. Keep us updated with that too, because I know I'll have to be updated with these captain and caps. Yeah. So speaking of 1 wicket gives you 25 points. Loki Ferguson. So if any lucky bastards had him. Yeah, true, yeah. Right? Shami, can't go wrong with a little Shami. Shami solid too. So and then 1 there for Rashid Khan, one of my favorite bowlers in IPL for sure. All right, moving right up. So any of those matches did you all shine in any of those games? Antonio, any players you had there that really boosted you up in those games are now run through there quickly there so far?
I think most of my points came from when I had used my chip for the wicketkeeper. And I had Karul and
Just know it. I need to take Willicks like a big man. Yes. Melina, we gave it to you all. We felt sorry. We just felt sorry. That's all. We were there early. Your Norris playoffs. We had to. We just felt sorry for you guys. But thanks for coming through. And I may have a big announcement about something with me and Canada very soon. So we'll keep posted. Keep posted. Yeah, Antonio. Real true.
Yeah, so I think I had cap. No, that game I had the wicket keeper chip, and I had Raul and what's his name again?
I know it wasn't Butler. Hey.
I wish
And Samir, I know it wasn't
wish.
Butler.
Yeah,
I wish you could go back in time.
What? But I think
No,
most of them made a good bit of runs.
Yeah.
So I was kind of happy with the returns because I made like 500 points that game. So
Right. Solid.
okay.
And that's the aim right now. A 500 points, and we go in strong. Right, taking
If
that
you have
500
per
points.
game, you make real points. That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
And then you could do it.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Next up, we had the Punjab Kings versus the Chennai Super Kings, who are not having a good start so far at all. According to their standards, right? Their high standards. Of course, the pick of the baton really would have been Livingstone. I know a lot of people recommended that I touch him. I didn't really want to, but he did good in the all-rounder booster. I think that was recently. He did good in the all-rounder booster. Yeah. Shikhar Dhawan, who was my captain for that game, I would have gotten another 33 there, not vexed with that at all. Moving right along, and the bowlers, nothing to talk much about, Donny Patrice and Chris Jordan. Really to talk about with the taking any wickets there. And of course, the Chennai innings, well, you can't go wrong with Mr. Dependable at 23 runs from Dhoni. Dubey with 57. That's really the pick of the batsman there. And the bowling for Punjab, well, Rahul Chahar, I think Shamir, you was recommending him, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Of course, Aroha with 2 wickets. So again, don't forget, keep these stats in mind. Pay attention to this because these are the guys that are consistent so far, that are bringing the points. Livingstone as well is having a very good tournament, very quiet, good, solid tournament. He's scoring runs and taking wickets, so a great all-rounder to consider moving forward. Antonio, thoughts, Livingstone, was he in your team?
Yeah, it was my team.
Yeah, no, he was, because we were looking at the all-rounder chip.
Yep.
This team, one of my favorite B teams to look at, because I'm a Mumbai Indian fan and I'm backing anybody else, but you like to look at the other, especially the new franchises, doing really well. Look now, so I think they're playing tomorrow, so I have to fix my team, gear my team towards that. Yeah. I have to gear my team towards them.
Now at your team.
Right? You have to look now at my team, yes.
Yeah. They capitalize.
Wow. Before the sunrise. But anyway, look now, Super Giants.
All right.
169 for 7 and 157 for 9. So let's look at the innings of Lucknow. So Lucknow, again, we just spoke about him, Rahul. This is the same Rahul that you would have boosted on, right? Wicketkeeper, 68.
I boosted on this one, Keeper boost.
You boosted on this one as well?
Yeah, I get 900 points in this game. So when you boost, you captain the same person you're boosting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like quadruple. So
right.
Here Rahul scored 100 points.
If I don't even know that, bro.
I get 400 points from him. Yeah.
Well, you see, a particular idiotic host of this show didn't do that. I captain Hasaranga now, but we'll get to that. I didn't captain Butler because I put the boost on them. I had Butler and next real good solid wicketkeeper.
Samson and
yeah,
or something like
that. It wasn't the way. It was either Samson and Butler for sure. I know Butler because Butler made 280 something. So if I had captain Butler, I would have probably joined in that. At least it would have made at least 800 or something. So it goes. Big up Rahul. Big up Huda. Huda has been a namestay in my team.
He's all rounder as well.
Yes, all rounder as well. Doing really well. Cannot go wrong with Huda at all. Right. Of course, some solid bowling. Some solid bowling from Sunrisers. So their main bowlers getting 2 each. That would have been Sundar, Shepherd, and I want to say Natarajan. Right?
Natarajan,
coming up to the Sunrisers innings now. So of course you would have had Tripathi with 44. Nicholas Puran. So I guess if you had put the boost on him. So if you had boosted at least 3 wicket keepers. If you had boosted 3 wicket keepers, you would have been inside. I only go allowed to do 2. Meh. But we move. The wickets now. So Jason Holder 3, Pandya 2, Avish Khan 4. I did not have Avish Khan in my
Yeah, but he's not uncapped. He's capped.
Right,
So
right. So I didn't have him.
He's not free transfer.
Right. Jason Holder, this would have been his first game. Correct me if I'm
First
wrong.
game,
He would have
yeah,
now
first
come
game,
back
first game.
because it would have just been finished trouncing England in the test. Had
Yeah,
to mention that, of course.
Correct.
Right. Most important. Chunks of England can't come here and beat us. You're mad at it. Right. And then moving on. So anybody there that you're looking at for the future? I know Sunrisers have some games very soon. Very soon.
Avish Khan, Natarajan is a good bowler as well. The batsmen are really doing that too much for Sunrisers.
Justice,
to be honest
right?
with you.
Yeah, for Sunrisers. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not looking too great, but so if you have players you can look at.
Right, solid.
Puran could be a good shot.
Yeah, Puran, solid.
Could give out some, but you will see how that work out.
Right, solid for sure. We'll see how that rolling. Next up, of course, so we had the Rajasthan Royals versus the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Right, 176, 169 for 3. So, of course, the Royals innings, Josh Butler. So, this is what I am talking about now. I had Butler as one of my wicket keepers.
Right.
He gets on bad. He makes 70 runs, so that's 70 points. He made a half century. He would have obviously made how much? He made 6 sixes. Lord have mercy, right? Points in the bag, right? And then, of course, backing them up would have been Padakal and then Hetmeyer coming in. Did I have Hetmeyer? I think I did. I think I had Hetmeyer. No, yes, I had Hetmeyer as well too, right? So, of course, the picker did not much in the bowling, 1 each for the 3. So, Harshas Patel, Hasaranga, Captain Hasaranga, hoping that he would have, destroyed them, run through the whole batting lineup, but he didn't do it this time, and David Wiley with 1. Of course, the challengers innings, so 29 from Fab Duplessis, Andrew Howard with 26,
he's
45.
Also uncapped.
Right, uncapped. Thank you again. Yes, good to know.
Yeah,
so let's Andrew Howard uncapped. Thank you very much for that, Shamir. Keep us updated with that. Very good. And Shabazz Ahmed 45 and Dennis Kartik, no stranger to anyone that's following cricket, 44. So not too bad at all. A solid innings from him, carrying his team home to the victory. And of course, Trent Bolt with 2, who I have not yet put on my team. And I want to say Yuzvendra Chahal with 2, and Nabi Sami with 1. So not too bad there. Big up to Royal Challengers. We'll check the table just now to see who's on top. But table means nothing with IPL fantasy, which I like. I like that. The form of the team have nothing to do with you. Once the players and individuals do anything, a batsman get a solid 30, a bowler make a solid 2 wickets, bam. So, of course, Antonio, you'll be smiling and being when you beat me, your team beat me here. Well, but I was so upset. We should have won this game.
This game
was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. We should have won this game. Hands down. Deal with you all. Frigate. I'm really upset. We should have beat you all.
I think Pat Cummins just...
Yeah, boy.
Nah.
I was like, bro.
Is that a record, by the way, or no?
Nah, it's not a record.
No.
He tied it. So it's
with Gale, obviously, 14.
No. No, Gale, no.
No.
Yeah, Rahul is the tied the record. So the record is in IPL is 14 balls for 50, right? But the world record, I think, is 12, which is Gale.
That was it. Will Boss. I'm not a fan of him, but yeah, Will Boss.
I feel it's Gale and somebody else share that record. Boss or something like that. But yeah.
All right, solid. So of course,
14 today.
So the only person really that getting on bad first, really, so Yadav trying to put in something nice, and then Varma and Pollard holding it on steady. Right? So not too bad.
Varma is the uncapped one, eh?
Right. I think I had him actually. I had him.
Yeah,
I think I had him. Yeah.
Good. I was just having him right through.
I had Yadav in from KKR, but he didn't do anything.
That was a problem right now.
For Umeshant, yeah.
I was like,
you have to have him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's out. I keep right through.
Yeah.
Like,
and then Pat Cummins.
When you finish, I'll talk about.
Wait, no, go ahead. Yeah, Pat Cummins having a solid day. So
run too fast.
Pat Cummins solid, 2 for 49, and then of course we know what he did with the bat. We get in there now. So Venkatesh Iyer, half century, can't go wrong there. Next Iyer with 10, and of course coming on to the end, Pat Cummins carrying it home with 4 fours and 6 sixes. Lost. Jesus, who vexed him? Who vexed Pat Cummins? Right? And then in the bowling,
How many? Three.
And Ashwin with 2. Mills, I bigging up Mills 'cause I had Mills, so I get 50 points solid there from Mills. So yeah, take us away, Shimi. You're gonna make a point.
No, I was gonna say how I think going forward, right? Transfers obviously is a limited amount, set amount, right? I think in my team especially, I might have a few players that be set and forget kind of
Yes.
Like Umesh Yadav might stay in my team for a long time. I went force transfers in and out now.
Right.
To Russia change him out. I might keep him around. So yeah.
Right. Of course, let me introduce this man the proper way, boy. I want to see this, the Buddha, the man that saved our IPL fantasy career, right? The beast, right?
Wow.
One of my friends call it the beast. He said that man is a beast. I said, bro, right? He analyzing everything, the blade of grass on the pitch, if there's moisture, right? If it was raining the other day, if it turning, everything, if it's a bowling pitch. The man, the myth, the legend, boy. Dino, boy. Thanks for coming through.
Jeez, sorry to jump in just so, but
Nah, no problem.
Can't
no
live up to
problem.
that introduction. How about
Bro, what you mean you can't?
my God.
So when I show you my points, right? From 500 me, when I was 100 points, Antonio was on 150 something, 150. I'm now on 3,400 points thanks to this man,
Yeah.
boy. Come on,
Check
right?
your world ranking, right? You're going up.
Right? Yeah, I think I climb up a little bit too. I climb up much better. Yeah. Now we just finished rounding up the fixtures. You came in just in time. We're going to preview the ones coming up and then show our teams. You came in just in time, bro. Rahul, how you
think
doing?
there's a
How you
show-
doing?
All
I
good,
think
man,
Show
all
might give me
good.
4 bus, right?
Yeah, Chimmy, you send
man.
everything
Yeah.
quick, no problem.
No, I pull it from your side. I don't have it down.
Oh, wait, let me do it quickly
Yeah.
then, no problem. Can we have to leave just now? Hold on, let me
the
stop
bus quick,
there.
so yeah.
So show off Nadino, how you doing so far? How was today? Which players shine for you today, boy?
I can't show off because I forget to update today. So how much match days gone? This morning I was real busy. And
No,
I
only one,
didn't
only one
update
pass.
the team.
Only one pass.
So
today.
14 match days gone, right? 14.
Okay.
Out of that 14, I didn't update the team 4 times out of that 14.
Ooh.
Right?
All right, so we can catch you then. That what you're saying?
Yeah, and I probably will miss every Saturday kickoff too because I won't wake up on Saturday. I just
Oh,
2 and a 4 was Saturday morning. But that's just how it go, You can't
Yeah.
It's 70 something match days or something like that. But just on that point, while you're looking up the team, is I always make my changes when I get the lineups, which is only 30 minutes before the games.
Right. I do
Right,
the
so-
same thing. Yeah.
So I will miss the lineups now. So so that's what's happened.
That's really
Really.
strikers, Takarigo strikers.
Takarigo strikers.
Yeah,
Boom. All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
good. I have more
yeah.
points than you. Woo.
Yeah, for now, I play the way less games than you, eh? Check the overall.
Let's see the overall, man. Let me see it.
Hold
So
on.
overall, the
Takarigo.
transfer efficiency over 100.
Oh.
Imagine Shimmy come in after me and pass me.
Yeah, telling you, hey, because we get a better handle on it now.
Correct.
We have
Thanks
better
to you
handle
guys,
on it.
I
100 transfer,
missed the deadline
32.
initially, so now trying to pull out something. Today wasn't the
Yeah.
best though. I mean,
Yeah. That's fine. That's
Wasn't
fine.
the
That's
best,
fine.
wasn't
You
the
can't. In
but
every day is
I had boss,
every day
I
Sunday.
had boss my shot game week 13 or 12 with
Woo.
the unlimited transfers, right?
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, I played early, right?
Okay.
And kind of set up my team so I could because I want to attack the keeper one, right? So I pull Puran, Kia Rahul, Quinton the Cup, and I pulled 900 in this game. And I said I couldn't recover. I didn't want to waste transfers now, so I pulled the super transfer, whatever, gave me 13, set up a team for now till the end of the season, and that's how I played it now.
Wow.
And I think I do my okay.
Yeah,
I put
definitely.
500
That
in
900 points is a madness, bro. Because
Yeah,
if we
man.
look at if you go back to how we started and to what
Yeah,
we're
well, I
doing
only
now.
start from game week 8, so
Yeah.
match 8, so yeah.
Yeah, you started from match
So,
8, right? And you
yeah.
climb up
Okay,
from
I missed
there.
a few. Yeah, and I missed a
Yeah,
few.
okay. I get your strategy now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I missed a few bonus those other boosters now. The
Right.
Super Bowler, and the
Right.
and the power batter. So I kinda missed out on those, but
Yeah, you came in at the all rounder, I think, eh? You would have
Yeah,
come in at the
yeah.
all rounder. Yeah.
so I hit
yeah.
the all rounder in game week 10 or something like that when Pandya and them score some runs.
Right.
I think it's here, yeah. So Pandya,
Yeah,
Tilapia,
Yadav, Pandya, Patel,
Yadav,
yeah.
Patel, yeah. And then so catching up again, approximately 500 points per game, which is good. I'm taking it.
Yeah. It's Solid.
And I think my team set up nice. And my plan is to kind of do 3 transfers per game
Mm-hmm.
from now till the end of the season. So it might work out fine. I might 2 to 3 transfers per game.
I
Solid.
mean,
Yeah.
working out there, man. Let me see how your team looking right now. That's the last one. 14.
Check match 14. You'll
Yeah.
see the overall team. So what I do is I kind of have rotating it out. So I'm planning like 3 fixtures ahead now. So now I have who playing next. I think is Gujarat
LSG.
and
Yeah.
LSG. So I have
Look
LSG
now, yeah.
players are gonna
LSG
rotate out
Delhi.
Mumbai.
LSG Delhi.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
rotate out Mumbai players for Delhi, and then I'll keep out. I think is Rajasthan playing soon after, and I'm gonna rotate out KKR. I kind of move like that now, so I kind of rotate in between 2 by 2 by 2 by 2
Yeah, I feel you.
accordingly. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. And then your captain and vice captain will be easy picks when you do that. The only thing is that
Yeah.
when you're still, there's my thing. When you're using boosters, I don't mind making 11 transfers to use a booster, right? I don't
Yeah.
mind that, right? But I don't know. That's just an extreme example now. But when you rest of boosters, if and when you use it, you gotta keep in mind you'll have some transfers. You might have to maximize the booster now. So if
Yeah.
you're using 3 every game week, you might want to use 6 for a booster now. Just
Yeah,
say,
dependent.
Yeah,
theory,
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
would
That
say
makes
that.
sense.
So
That's-
if you're future planning now, just
Right.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Antonio, this is you right here?
Hold on. What are Blazers?
Yeah, I think that's Antonio. Right?
I'll tell you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see it
Just-
now, man.
There we go.
That's not 868.
I seen something here too. Okay, so what's the name of your team?
But yeah, that had to be it.
Right, boom. Let me see. So what you did? No. Sorry. Overall, let me check your overall. Let's see how you right. So you bounce back. Hey, we bounce back like
Yeah,
bosses,
Where was? Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
Bro.
That's
What's
couple
that?
matrix good.
Yeah. We
Cap
bounce back. we
Yadav.
bounce back.
We cap Butler there, boy. Real get through.
Yeah. I was the only idiot that didn't do that.
You cap Avishkan, we'll make it cap Avishkan. That's a big one. How much points you get?
Yeah, I really like Abish Khan because his economy too now, boy. So I was
Wow.
yeah.
You
You
catch
good,
that
you
one there.
Yeah, you catch it good. Well, it's smarter than me, but I swear, I just relying on Dino. That is Dino and Ian. Those are my 2. I'm telling you, talismans, my gurus. Right? They really helping me out, but I swear, boy, bigger Dino all the time, boy. So let me show
Very
you.
tough, huh? Can't get it right all the time, huh?
Nah, I like, boy.
It's
we
easy
worry
to take
about
credit when you do good in it. If you crash out, it's hard to take the credit.
True.
Nah. Even self, man. Even self is real vibes. I on 3,600 right now. I taking that. Not fighting
Let
at
me see the
all.
last few match days we have.
Yeah, no problem. That's now. So
Yeah,
match
that brought
But
14.
transfers made 57.
This
That's-
one, you burn away all the transfers.
Don't worry about. I had to
That's
play
what I
aggressive. Right?
You
I had
can
to play
imagine. You can imagine being stuck with no transfers.
By-
And with about 20 games to go and you
20
have
games
no
to go.
transfers.
That's what telling him. That's what telling him. You have to be careful. Yeah, so that
Don't
you
worry
relax
now.
yourself
Don't
out.
worry though. You don't worry. You just keep the good advice
I don't
rolling,
worry,
Dino.
please,
Don't
I'll
worry
pass you
about
just
that.
now.
Just check minimum.
Aye.
Just check it. Minimum, you want 2 for your captain and vice captain every match day. Right?
That's it.
your
That's
bare
it.
minimum.
Bare minimum. I ain't
Let me
worried.
burn the transfers. I go pass him quickly.
I ain't worried.
But I think you have enough for what 26 more match days.
For
right?
real games, I'm most because see. So I started using my IPL brain now that I like the points I want now. So I said I'm an FPL, sorry. So what I started doing was picking guys ahead of some of the games. So this team you see in here is a shell of what it was since Monday. Because Monday I had some MI, some KKR, so I just brought in more for today.
Right.
I already have some LSG men. So I
Right.
prepping already for the next game. Who done not leaving my team once LSG playing? You understand? So we
Right.
rolling on from there. And so no, I know Gutraj playing, so I know what bringing in and I roll. But we'll talk about that just now. We have to we'll discuss that just now. But yeah, I move and I use now that I good with this. I comfortable with my little 36. We could fight up from there. Overall global, right? 61K. I think that no, not lie. Let me check the global.
That's 61. You 61K at 36. You know
Right.
you have 450,000, right? How much people playing this? I think it's 500,000 by now.
Yeah, 500,000. Yeah.
So to be 61 and 500,000 are real good.
I take it. I mean, if that.
And the other guys they probably about 100,000, I think.
Yeah.
probably.
Nah, I
It's
think
some-
about 70 something.
Nah,
Somebody
go send me
said
something.
going
They
out.
won't be far. Yeah, they won't
Oh
be
yes,
far. They're right.
they had a thing showing how many people played.
You could there 588,000.
Right, so almost 600,000 people.
Yeah,
So
not bad.
doing real good up in the world.
Yeah. Not
I
spring
keep them
up.
long. I wanna reach up on I reach high as possible.
Yeah, for
Long,
sure, for
reach
sure.
high as possible.
Yeah, it's a long season. So let me bring up we'll bring up Dino team in a bit, but let me just bring up the fixtures and Dino, you'll take it away.
Go to the
Before
Sham.
I go, right, let me just
Yeah, no problem.
let me just call out some players I'm looking at.
Right, call out the radar. Yes, talk to me.
Yeah, so Josh Butler for sure. I really like Andrew Rawat because he's uncapped keeper. Right, he plays often. I think bats pretty often as well. Tilak Varma for Mumbai.
Yeah,
Badoni for LSG.
yeah.
My Caribbean boy Setmeyer in some form. Evan
He
King on
uncapped?
fire as well. Who's that?
He considered as uncapped.
No,
No,
not uncapped. But just shouting them out because Caribbean.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uncapped wise for batting again. The selection kind of minimal. Tripathi is uncapped, but I wouldn't really recommend him. Although he getting chances to bat. All rounders. Who does?
I like.
Good shout. But
We
he's
think
not
about
uncapped.
Baduni.
But Dhoni's
Yeah.
I suggest him, yeah. He's for sure.
Yeah.
He and Tilak Varma is the two batsmen uncapped. They should have in your team. All rounders. Shabazz Ahmed. He's not bowling these days, but he batting. And he could be a good shout. It's all uncapped players, by the way, right?
Right.
So Watia is also a good shot because he's key for Gujarat Titans. So that's two people you can look at. For
So that's for me.
all-rounders.
That's for me. Right. Well, you will send this
all-rounders,
lesson in the
yeah.
WhatsApp group now, by the way.
I'll say yeah. And for bowlers uncapped, you have. I'll tell you. Hold on.
I'm going to make my whole team on cap.
Now you only have one free uncapped transfer per game.
I know. I just played.
Yeah.
You know, how they
Akash
discuss the
Deep.
power uncapped booster?
Not yet.
We could talk about
That's
that.
Ian.
But as
Ian,
you saying uncapped,
yeah,
right? You
yeah.
know the power uncapped booster expiring in 2.5 or 3
It's
days.
coming up.
right?
Yeah, Ian told me
Yeah.
about it. Ian told me
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it. I would tell you,
You're
you want
target-
Ian
you're
on
target
top of
a certain,
everything, Dino.
A certain game. But I don't know which game to target because you're trying to get players who play in for sure.
Right.
And I
Yeah,
think,
whenever Dino say, I'll tell you, right? Don't worry.
I think RCB is the best team to play it at because
Right.
Yeah.
Andrew Rawat,
Mhm.
you have Andrew Rawat, you have Akash Deep, Poland, and you have, I think, somebody. as a
Wait,
all-rounder for
deep
them.
considered uncapped?
He is uncapped, yeah, he's uncapped.
Alright,
And Shabazz Ahmed is also uncapped. So,
Well,
those
all
two
right.
players from RCB,
Sold.
you could fight. You could
Mhm.
fight a fight. And I think they're playing,
Soon.
RCB is playing against Mumbai, and Mumbai have Tilak Varma and Tampi as the bowler for uncapped.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's
Mm.
5 players easy
very good,
to
you know.
get in your team.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as well as Murgawan Ashwin. He's
Yeah.
also uncapped. So
So
and playing
Mumbai
often.
is the uncapped, so you really want to go Mumbai, really?
You wanna go Mumbai RCB. If you that's the fixture to target for super uncapped.
But is
That's my
that
opinion.
in the super uncapped?
Is it, would it
window?
be in the same day as it?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I think
it's
so, yeah, it
Saturday. Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
just in
yeah,
time.
all
That's the
right.
last time you have it.
Well,
So
all
you
right.
get
think that's-
Mumbai RCB.
That's when I play in mine.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Akash Deep. If Deep play, Rawat play, that's 2.
Yeah.
And Mumbai, Ashwin, Varma. Yeah, that's 4.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest chance, right?
Yeah. You have even more because you have Shabazz Ahmed from RCB.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Basil Tampi from Mumbai. So that's 6.
That's 6. All right. So
Yeah,
that,
that's
on
6.
right now, without going too deep into all the rest, that looking like the one, right? But
Yeah.
I still had to look at it, And there's the thing: when the lineups come up 30 minutes before the game, you had to keep this in mind. You might say, "Well,
Yeah.
8 uncapped men started in this game because they
Yeah.
rotate men," and they might say, "Man, look, I have 30 minutes to decide or less to decide
Yeah.
if to bust it or not." So that is the difficult
That is
thing
the
in
thing.
this.
That is the thing to decide,
I had
yeah.
to set
That's
my
right.
alarms for this thing, right through. I'm not missing no
I-
more match days for sure. I can't let nobody. I would have been real. I just
Yeah.
live, man.
I
Sorry.
think- I think for me, my strategy is not to wait for the lineups. It's just to pick players who I see playing
Right.
and just look at like night before if any injuries come out, any news, and then I'll just pick my team. 'Cause I can't remember any morning to fix it now.
Yeah.
So I'll fix
Morning
my night
tough.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If the
like
games
I
were start
can't
like
do-
6 a.m., it would have been easier. But that 10 a.m. thing is
Yeah,
preferable.
nah, that I'll forget.
But,
So I
but
said,
on Saturday start earlier, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's half
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just put in my alarm, right? Because I'm trying to catch this thing. If I finish
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the top 1,000, man, that's
You're
what I'm
bad.
aiming for.
Yeah,
Top
yeah,
1,000.
yeah.
If I could get that, I feel that realistic too.
Realistic.
All right, I
But that's
sign up
a-
for that one there, right, Jared?
Yeah.
All right, Sham, no problem.
best,
Thanks
man.
for coming
Yeah,
through as
fellas,
always,
later.
bro. You'll let me know if you
Yeah.
can make Tuesday. And
Yeah,
it might be
I'll
too
let
early, but you let me know.
later.
Wait up.
And
Right.
the reason
Talk to
why
me.
I came through today too is because I do recap. I do like a weekly recap on Wednesdays now of the
Right.
cricket FPL because the other game I'm playing today had a game week break today, so I have to go and analyze that one too.
Of
So
course.
just do everything. I dedicate a little time to do it today, and that's it. So
Nah, man, I appreciate
um,
that. I appreciate that.
it's all good, man. I just hope you keep climbing up. Just be a little more. Now you could be a little more careful with the
Economical.
transfers.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just care, make
Yes.
sure you try to hit your captain and your vice captain every game.
Yeah.
But like you say, the big thing now in this, like we just mentioned, is looking at each games over the next couple of days or 2 or 3 days and seeing which one have the most uncapped players. And if you're really like I wouldn't do this, but if you really wasn't it and you're trying to win it, you would just have a list and you would just check it off for when the game starts. You would say, okay, how much uncapped players or not,
Right,
well,
right.
and you decide
Bam,
there on the
bam.
spot.
Yeah,
you had to decide on the spot really.
Yeah.
And then for me, I would watch like who is the uncapped players if their chances are doing good in the match based on whatever they say the match was supposed to be. You know what I mean? If it's a high scoring match or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pitch,
I feel
the
you.
pitch
I
is a
feel you.
spinning pitch or whatever. So them little things does help, but it's not the end all be all. But it just help you make decisions because when if you're stuck on a decision, if to pick a guy or not, you're looking for any information to take in one direction or the other, right? So that's it on that. Right?
No, solid. What we'll do quickly, we will look at the fixtures. I mean, we could mention the uncap, but look at some of the key players that we should be targeting, considering, and how much players you recommend. If anybody else in the predicament that I am in, I mean, I'm not in a predicament. I put myself here on purpose. I try to catch you all, and build summit, and now I could plateau out and just steady on the ship now. Finish on a decent finish. So let's see what's happening. So tomorrow for sure we know Lucknow Super Giants facing Delhi Capitals. Now before we go any further, right, Dino, I want you to analyze Lucknow as a team and how if they surprised you at all as one of the newcomers, you're impressed by them or meh, whatever.
I mean, they have a good solid team on paper, and as you see, they have some kind of versatile players. This guy, Raul, they say he's not really the best captain, meaning the bowling changes might be the best, the fielding mightn't be the best, right? But he leads from the front with the runs. So I think he's a guy, he's going to have to carry the team. When he inform, he making runs. So I think he's our main guy. It's surprising me that Quinton de Kock opening with him, right? I think Evan Lewis would have opened, but like you see, Evan finished a game the other day. But Quinton de Kock, good player. But if I had to pick guys from that team, it would be KL Rahul one. I'm a huge fan of Bishnoi, the spinner, but really the uncapped Badoni is the guy who blow up on the scene right now, hitting some big ones in the middle, right? And Huda, Huda.
Yeah, Huda's my boy.
Yeah. So if Huda is vice captain too, Huda is some criticize him, some say you're right, but form is form. If you're in form, it might be worth picking him, right? So,
unlike a certain person that sold us some dreams, Gaikwad, he wouldn't go there. He wouldn't go there.
I mean, all right, the top bowler, Gaikwad was the top batsman last year, right? The top bowler was Patel, and if you pick him, he was super performing, right? True, right? So I would expect the same thing. A lot of people would have go with Gaikwad, but now it's hard to pick him. But and Jason Holder, so real good picks there available on that team. Just if you go back to the fixtures, I wanted to tell you some of the fixtures. I was looking at the game from before. Who played yesterday?
Oh, you want to go back to results? No problem.
Yeah, if you go to results.
No problem. Yesterday,
was the
so
last
yesterday was
game?
Rajasthan Royal. Yesterday was Mumbai Indians, Kolkata Knight Riders, and yesterday was the
Right. So
Rajasthan
today's
Royal.
game was Mumbai. Right. And if we go back to the fixtures, today was Mumbai KKR. Right.
Right.
If we go back to the fixtures now,
Right, fixtures now.
yeah. And you go to see when Mumbai play next or when
Saturday.
KKR play next. Right.
So Mumbai is Saturday,
Right.
KKR no time soon.
And
Next
KKR
week.
on Sunday, KKR the next
Well,
day.
Sunday,
right?
yeah, Sunday, yeah.
So when I was looking at the fixtures, I found that just based on this current run, KKR and Mumbai will play close together. Right? The closest together. So if I wanted to hold players, I
Right,
was
right.
holding Mumbai and KKR, which I didn't.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
So in the same way, Mumbai, KKR is a strong team. Mumbai looking weak now, right? So I wouldn't
Yes.
hold the Mumbai
So I could
players.
expel a
Yeah?
few. Right,
Yeah?
right,
So, but I
right.
would still hold the KKR guys. In fact, now we have to have Narayan, Cummins,
Yes,
and maybe
yes.
Russell, right?
Maybe
you have
Russell,
to have them
correct.
guys.
Correct.
So,
Sunil Narayan, Russell, yeah.
So you just look at the fixtures going forward and see over this weekend now who is any teams playing twice. You just see Lucknow. You see Lucknow playing twice there, just off it up there.
Yes,
Delhi.
Sunday, right? Today and tomorrow and Sunday, right.
And if you really, so I would go strong on Lucknow players because of
Yes.
that, because you could hold them for Sunday, right? That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah, makes
who
sense.
else?
Makes sense.
Delhi you could play on Sunday too, right? So you could even go strong tomorrow on a big team. In fact, you could even use your double chip or whatever. But you'll see. But I just say tomorrow is a game you could buy players from these teams. Do
Right.
you want to buy players from these teams is the question.
That is the question.
And if you go
yeah.
down to just Monday, if I just see you playing Monday.
So Monday, Sunrisers and
Sunrise,
Gujarat.
Right, not necessarily teams you would want, guys. Maybe Gujarat. Let me just
Maybe
go back
Gujarat.
up to see when Gujarat playing.
Gujarat's playing Friday.
Right. So the next day you might say, well, all right, Gujarat have a close game coming up again, so I might go strong with 2 or 3 Gujarat. So these are the things in terms of the transfers that I want to have guys that will save me in the future from going transfer. So when I say back to tomorrow, Lucknow, Delhi, you could go heavy on Lucknow, Delhi if you really wanted. But it's who you want. For me, it will be KL Rahul. I like the Bishnoi as a spinner.
Bishnoi,
and I like Jason Hola. That is the
Alright.
3 main guys. I wouldn't go Quinton de Kock because it have a lot of other wicket-keeping options.
Wicket-keeping options.
I might not go Jason Hola because some teams have 4 outsider, 4 overseas already, and you might be able to fit him in. Right? So I just say it. But definitely KL Rahul and definitely Bishnoi as a bowler, depending again if is a spinning wicket. But over 2 games, Bishnoi playing 2 games for sure, KL Rahul playing 2 games for sure, Jason Holder playing 2 games for sure, your boy Huda is vice captain, right? Playing 2 games for sure.
Right.
Who is the next one? Badoni, Evan Lewis. So decide who you can fit in on your team. I would suggest Avish Khan. All right, I forget any main man. Right? So yeah. But let me look at Delhi then, because I think all of we fans of the Lucknow team then. So how has Delhi been doing really? Let me just see the table.
Just now. The thing is, hold on. Likely 11s.
Delhi.
11. Right. So Delhi likely 11. David Warner.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to Delhi, right?
Yeah.
I had to check the news on. See, this is why the lineup's important. If Warner playing, I want Warner. Warner will come out with a point to prove. Over 2 games, they would have him too. Let's see what else. Yep, sorry. Prateev Shaw.
Go ahead.
I'll do it, right? Prateev Shaw, if you can't afford Warner. This is the predicted 11. Yashtul didn't play a game yet. He's a young under-19 superstar. So they have a spot for him. Rishabh Pant, no real runs yet. Rovman, no real runs yet. Aksa Patel might be a good pick. Kuldeep Yadav might be a good pick.
Yeah.
Note J, if he starts, traditionally one of the best bowlers. Full stop in the league, full stop. If you could get him, if he on point, right? And they win, they lose, and they win. So 50-50. They know how to go with this guy. They already scream. But if Warner, check that lineup. If Warner started, I think it's a must-have.
Yeah.
I would consider maybe in that team. I wouldn't take any risk. I would take a bowler depending on if they say it's a spin wicket or a pace wicket. I would take Note J or Kuldeep Yadav, I think, in that team.
Right. Well, what I like about what Quick Info doing, they have some fantasy 11 suggestions as well too. So they're
Let me
breaking it
see.
down. So not too bad. So like they have a safe 11. So they're
Fine.
safe 11. Rahul, Rishba, Pant,
Pants
Warner,
captain.
right?
That's not safe.
Yeah, they're not safe.
That's safe. Yeah,
Evan
that's
Lewis,
crazy. So
sure,
they saying Warner starting. It's quick
right.
info.
But that's what
Quick
they're saying.
info.
No,
Quick info.
remember,
If Warner don't start,
no. Well,
screenshot
to
it.
be fair,
Set it
they
now.
had Russell started when we thought he was injured. To be fair,
Yeah,
they
that's
did have
my
him.
call. I say
Yeah.
Russell was injured, but
Yeah.
Russell
No,
pull
that's
up.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. We
No,
get all the time in FPL, man. Don't
I
worry
mash
about
up
that.
myself there. I wanted the
Don't
Russell.
worry about that. Me
But
too, but that's
now that Cummins do so good, and he's a bowler, do you really want Russell when he can have Cummins? You know,
Yeah.
different thing.
Yeah. And he doing both. He batting and getting wickets. Yeah. Yeah. Russell in between. Yeah. The differential pick was Khalil Ahmed, Rajiv Bishnoi, and then the high risk 11 now was Quinton de Kock, Evan Lewis, Rothman Powell, Badoni, Patel, Huda, Pandya, Yadav, Khan, next Yadav, and Khalil Ahmed.
Nah,
That was a
man.
high risk 11.
I don't think that Avish can high risk. I don't think Kuldeep Yadav high risk. I don't think Badoni. Nah. But I understand what you're saying. High risk in terms of this game only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what.
Yeah.
Well, even if we look at the table right now, so Delhi struggling right now, 1 win, 1 loss. So I mean, not say struggling, but they're not up there with the others yet. But so let's see what they could do. And of course, look now, not doing too bad. So 2 wins so far, 1 loss, 4 points. They're above Delhi, so Delhi will be chasing and going fair hard. So let's see how that pans out, right, in their favor. But I must say, Quick Info have a nice little breakdown here.
Yeah.
So we definitely. So I like what you were suggesting, and I am targeting Huda, Bishnoi, and I might bring in one more because especially as they're playing later on, as we already saw Sunday. So far, Huda and Bishnoi, I already have those two.
There you go, man. Just have to wait for the lineups as a thing. At
Yeah.
least it's the weekend. It's easier to
At least take a
lineups
glimpse.
on the weekend than during the week. I just want to check Fantasy Pavilion on Instagram here. Make sure I follow you. Remember
Yeah,
that.
man, I appreciate
follow
that.
on Instagram.
I'll hit you back the follows. Antonio, we look.
Please.
Antonio, how are you breaking down the next few days? Who your target? Who your target players?
I can show you my team quick. So I don't pick my team for tomorrow already.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, sir. I've been waiting, and Ian and I every morning discuss it. I need to big up Ian Imamli, one of my next gurus, and monks, my IPL monks, along with Dino. Right, always guiding me and helping me. I swear, yeah, Dino, but now, boy, I swear, boy, if we met you day one, trust and believe, all of we fighting right now for top place in the world right now. I'm telling you.
I just follow you on Instagram there, and if possible, I want to throw it out there that we could probably do. I would probably do an Instagram live, maybe in conjunction with you guys before one of the matches on the weekends or something.
Hey, that's sounding good. That's sounding good. We can link up something.
Keep that in mind as something that possible in the future. Maybe this weekend we'll see. We'll see how the schedules go.
Yeah,
so when the lineups bust 30 minutes before the game kick off,
a live team selection.
We can even share screen on Instagram, share screen and do it live if you want. So you see the mistakes live.
Right? I like that actually. I like that. Yeah. We've been trying to do that for other formats. So Antonio, share screen. Right, boom. Let's see what Antonio cooking here.
Oh, Inception.
All right, so this is me here.
I seen a red head.
Yeah, I just had him there because I had him from before.
Right.
I don't want to take too much hits.
So did you change your team as much? How much you did here? Or just 2 transfers?
I didn't mention my team. I had Rahul Ref before. I had Huda before. Avish Khan before. Yadav. All these guys are swimming.
Right.
I did bring in this Yadav who's playing some more. I brought in Livingston from now because he played the day after.
Can't go wrong without Livingston right now.
I like Badoni because he is actually an on-cap player, so I didn't really lose anything there. So I made it swap for him there. Evan Lewis, I was I think for bringing in a West Indian.
Right.
So yeah, of course my captain is Avish Khan. Like I personally really like how he is bowl and his economy rate, and he does get points for that in this too. So I'd watch all that. But I might make a change. I'm not sure yet, but I'm not too heavy on the Delhi Capitals players. Just Yadav to bring any points. But as you all showed, the David Warner is a big factor now, to be honest, to consider. So I have enough money to swap out any player and bring him in just for tomorrow and see what happens. And if he doesn't perform, I could always swap him out for the next day. So,
Yeah. Just looking at it, maybe Hetmaya, you could sacrifice Hetmaya because Rajasthan already have a game anytime soon. Right? Yeah, I think Rajasthan is Sunday, maybe. I am sure. Yeah. Whereas, I don't know. But yeah, Warner definitely. But look at the stacked team. So you had all this plan. So you have your plan and going. You had this thing stacked already. You had this before. Go back one match. Let me see who played today. Let me see if you had Mumbai. You had future planning for KKR, right? Because you had 1, 2, 3 KKR guys there already, and you had a Mumbai Indians guy already 2. So you had a future plan. Oh wait, no, that was today. Yeah, no, 15 was this today. So we had to look at 13, right?
Yeah. Like I showed you Butler because I wasn't
you just had one.
After the first incident, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're looking good and set for tomorrow, that's for sure. You know, over the weekend we'll see this. Nobody want to buy DC men, so it's not come down to David Warner tomorrow.
True, that's the thing. But I mean, no risk, no reward. So might try it and see.
Risk it for the biscuit, risk it for the wicket. But I like something. And so now that so for someone like me who had to go heavy and go ham on the transfers and play aggressive, as we like to say, is it now that I go one side, so I'll say, you know what, I feel this team, not necessarily that this team will win, because that's the beauty about cricket. Cricket is literally a team sport. Each person, unless the first 2 openers score all the runs, each person most of the time will be involved, right? That's the best thing about cricket. So you can tell yourself, you know what, I ain't feel Delhi doing anything at all. I ain't touching any Delhi. Maybe bringing one person just to have a insurance, but I'll go 2, 3 on the other team. Is that what you're suggesting now, going down the road, or no, mix it as best, or
what I suggesting?
Stick what we're doing. Same thing, stick with what we're doing.
To summarize, like what we was discussing, right? I think that Lucknow is a no-brainer that you get at least 3 Lucknow men, right? As you can see, Antonio, you have 5, right?
Right. You ready?
You have 5 now for that. So depending on how that go, unless they get completely demolished, you might stick with most of that 5 going forward until Sunday when they play a game. So the question is if you're doing that with Delhi too now. You have 5, which is kind of a bit extreme, or it could be nothing. It could pay off in a big way. So you had to decide if you go in 3, 4, 5 on Lucknow, because, you know, the kind of favorites to win this one, the Warner factor is a factor. So I consider that. And then I assuming I would get 2 Delhi guys, right? Just to have them, a bowler and a batsman. Because I don't really see, they have a strong all-rounder. I don't really see a strong all-rounder there. I'm not too sure. I was saying the wrong thing, but off the top of my head, right? I can check it. But so I would say I would have 4, 5, 6 guys from this game. And then going forward, I would have 2 or 3 transfers. Each I have my captain and vice captain as I go along each game here. And it's not long because tomorrow, Thursday, I already, like I say, I've been doing this already. So I have the Mumbai guys and I have the KKR guys already. So it's just Friday. By the time Saturday comes around, Mumbai, I would be heavy on Mumbai already. And by the time Sunday comes around, already heavy on KKR. You know, so at least going forward, I'm heavy on something for each team going forward. So in between games is where I just do captain, vice captain. You know,
right?
I try to catch up. But
for example, you're saying like a Sunrisers Gujarat Titans, you will just say, I ain't going heavy on that.
Yeah.
I ain't kill myself.
Captain, vice captain. Right. You just get Hardik Pandya and somebody else, and you go up the road with that.
Solid.
But this spanner in the wheel right now is the uncapped booster.
Yes.
Right? That's what's going to mess all your normal plans up. Because you're going to take 6 transfers because 6 guys playing on that Mumbai game. and then they're going to throw your whole team off and all their plans off, and that is recovering from that again. So
Yeah.
once you keep all these, a lot to factor in.
Yes.
30 minutes. That is why I say it. I know it's
That
hard
is
for
it.
me to factor in 30
That
minutes.
is it. That
If
is it.
you really have the time, you plan it before, like
Yeah.
like you guys do it. That's why you're
Yeah.
doing the show, right?
Yeah.
Because you have
Yeah.
a good idea. So when that 30 minutes comes, it's like, yeah, I already know what I'm going to do.
Right, yeah. If it
You
makes
know?
sense, bam, dish
Yeah.
out. Yeah, at least have it
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
So when that's
Yeah.
it. Because that's why I do most mornings. I set it at 4 a.m. and then when I in work, I check at 9:30, about 9:20. The only thing I didn't check to see if Southie was playing. I just brought him in last minute this morning. I didn't check.
I think
And
you
that
play,
messed
right?
me up. That
Yeah.
messed me up. Because I would have gotten somebody better who will play. Somebody who played, somebody who actually, or again, at least at 6 points. At least at 6 points. But again, we don't cry over these things. These things happen in FPL. So, we thank God for FPL to make us hard when these things happen, yes?
One thing FPL, let me tell you, I follow all cricket and football fantasy. I had a good day today in UEFA.
I myself,
Champions League,
yeah,
right?
bro.
Your cap Benzema, but that's for the front.
No, we captain the goat. We didn't captain Benzema.
Yeah. Didn't come true. So a lot of surprises. But the thing is, the fantasy brings a lot more engagement. And what games are you call like a dead rubber game, a game that have no interest in it? Now it have interest because you're trying to all the players in all the leagues now,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
is a gateway to I work as a performance analyst, and is that if you could if you could be successful in fantasy, in any sport, that actually is the first step to a career in performance analysis, right? Just meaning if you could complete a season and you're successful in it, meaning you're in the top 10%, top 5%, that is in whatever sport that is actually a gateway to performance analysis. And I say this in a lot of things that I go into. So that's why I always only look for talent, or I always try to point people in the right direction, because it's a field that every team has analysis now, and they have a lot of options if you do analysis, whether it be data or journalism or whatever the case may be, right? So you have a lot of opportunities, and that's the appeal for me. And I just enjoy it, and you get to appreciate the tournaments a lot deeper than you usually would.
And I gotta say, I appreciate the tournament. What you think about this particular installment of IPL so far? What you surprised by certain people not performing or action galore?
And I complain, I complain when they add two teams that say, well, IPL gonna play wholly, this is gonna be no more cricket, right? But now I enjoying it because the two teams actually competitive and good and have a real shot. And actually two of the more senior teams, Mumbai and CSK, struggling, and
Yes,
and the other
yes,
teams doing
yes,
well. So that was good to see, and I want two more teams now. Because I just want more cricketers to eat food.
Yeah.
Let cricketers eat food. And there are 14 West Indians there. We'll get like about 20, 25. Let me go up with that.
One thing I will never understand though is how come India doesn't allow Indian players to play for CPL.
That's a contentious one. But the thing is, India don't let the players play anywhere in any other leagues. That's it, full stop. Nobody don't be allowed. They have the rare examples of, I could count on my hand the 5 players who play in other leagues for India, which is one of them was women's cricket that Harmandeep Kaur went to Big Bash, and they allowed her because, for whatever reason, let's say she needed to play in Australia. Guys go to England. Virat was supposed to go to England, Pujara going to England. That's what happened in county cricket, but they don't let them play in any other T20 league because they're protecting their brand of IPL as the number one league in the world. Yeah, they're protecting their brand. So, I mean, as long as it's good cricket, the fellas look, I all for cricketers getting paid what they deserve. I think cricketers are underpaid in the world, and that's why, sometimes they don't have the interest for cricket, right? The cricketers don't probably perform their best because they're struggling to make ends meet, right? So if you go IPL and CPL and they get a payday, I'm happy for that. I wish CPL had more teams. Right? Bring a USA franchise, bring a South American franchise or something like that. Or bring a Canada franchise and we see what will happen. Or let Trinidad could have 2 franchises.
Yeah.
Why not have that? I hear that. I know you're outside the box talking, but I'll just mention it. It don't have to be, in all the other leagues in the world, Israeli cities, it's Mumbai or Lucknow or Perth or Sydney. So we could do Port of Spain and Sando.
Yeah,
Jamaica
for real.
could do Kingston, the Kingston Talawas, and if it can, I mean, I don't want to change the whole tournament, but just saying, or you can have the Trinbago Shark Hammerheads, or the Trinidad Hammerheads or something. You can add another team in there, and you saw other franchises too. So I hope it could happen. It's good for fantasy though,
Yeah,
and
great.
you'll be surprised how far some of these things reach. But if CPL, I know CPL has partnered with Dream 11 to do fantasy, right? But if we could have independent CPL fantasy, that would be good. I think the guys at the cricket draft, like I always pick up the cricket draft. The county championship is starting tomorrow. That is England first class 4-day season on the cricketdraft.com. I'll just go and plug them because that starts tomorrow. And everybody in England going crazy trying to pick their England 4-day team with all the Ben Stokes and all of those guys available, I think. So if you're into that, check that out too with cricket.
Why the hell not? That's something good. No, I think so. It is a market for the CPL fantasy. That's something I've been thinking about because we were disappointed. We were trying to play it last time, but it was nothing. They didn't really put any systems in place or anything. It wasn't really.
But what happened? Speak about that. What was your experience with that? What happened?
No, it wasn't. We didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance in Antonio when we tried to do the CPL. Yeah, nothing come up. Nothing open. Nothing. It didn't.
Right.
Yeah, weren't allowed to use it at all.
So I was to me too, right? That's what happened to me too. So I would, So I just leave it. I don't know if it's fixed at some point. So I just say, well, that's not working. So I'm not gonna waste my time with it. Yeah.
I wish that like there's an app called Real Fever that does Afghan and does like a whole set of different fantasy, the Syria and all that. I was thinking maybe I don't know, like over a 2-year, 3-year period, I'm gonna try and email them, get in contact with someone there and see if they could do something on the side because they have a decent interface and everything. Because the Afghan interface was really smooth. It was easy to access anytime, anywhere. It's just the updating of the scores. But I mean, you can't be upset. There's so much things you have to put into place. But in terms of the smoothness of using the app, Real Fever, I'm gonna show them I do a World Cup. I wanted something. There's some app I want to partner with if possible and see what we could do to. That would be good to improve CPL fantasy. That would be real good. Put it on the map and make it a big thing. That would be real good.
We could have our own private CPL fantasy, and have a special prize or a sponsor for it just on that, even if CPL have their own thing,
Yeah.
The legal thing might be just instead of Chris Gale, they put Christopher Hurricane or something,
Yeah.
and that's it. And they just change some of the names, but you will know who it is, right?
Like Pro 11.
You put Andre Muscle.
Yeah.
Them kind of things, and so you know who it is, but they can't sue you. Andre Muscle and whatever.
Nah, I must really look into how to do that because Real Fever, I want to talk to them and see how we could do these things and partner with an engine that already exists because it already exists. So that half the work finished there already. That's a real good engine to use. I did them on purpose for Afghan just to see how it running and it was real smooth. So if they could do that, I'm sure they could run a CPL or something like that. Right?
People think like making a fantasy platform is so hard, but things so far developed these days. You could just literally make your own. People. I don't know if you used to do it, but I know people would play text fantasy and make up. Have in a forum in a text type style and have the fantasy that way, right? I know people who still do that. It's for cricket, right? But not me. That is too much to go through. But I remember that was the foundations of how some of the fantasy started, right? And I remember in England, now that the county championship started, some of the English people I know, they saying that the newspaper used to have one. And you had to cut it out every week from the newspaper and tally your points accordingly.
Wow.
And they used to have to keep the cutout, put all to claim the prize and mail in the cutout and send it to the newspaper. And they would verify it and say, okay, you win. Confirm that you win this, you top in England. And that was the foundations of fantasy to where it is today. But I would say this, World Cup, there's a T20 World Cup this year, at the later second half of this year. And I am working on a sponsorship to do a league there. In the official fantasy, wherever the official one is, to have a league sponsor. To have my league sponsored and have some scheduled content for that World Cup. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will be interacting with you guys throughout. So hopefully, we could get involved and partner with something like that in the future. But for now, let me see how the IPL rolls.
Yeah,
and see where we finish.
Yes,
and see what
yes,
happened, right?
yes. This is litmus test for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Before we end off, there any closing remarks, Antonio? Anybody else you want us to you want to remind the viewers? Any players? Pay attention to the uncapped players. Research uncapped players, for so on. So
Yeah, boy.
the app does have it, right?
Thing
Let's research.
I would always advise people to utilize the on-card player. You ain't losing anything, to be honest. It's like a free transfer. Just use it. And these guys just come in clutch sometimes too, because look at Badoni. Badoni come in rare clutch to people.
Yeah.
I had an on-card player that came in clutch to me recently too. So, I mean, why not? Just play it and you're getting a player to use for free on the day. So, and you can come to free in the future too. And because, you know, some of these fixtures kind of like how we would have a double game week in the FPL. That kind of is similar to double game week in a double game week with the IPL, where you have like a game. Today is what? Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Friday, to have a next game with the same team, so you could just go back to certain players. So yeah, look at that too, and well, go with no, I wouldn't say go with gutter, but
Yes, I know guts in cricket. I know guts in cricket. Yeah, yeah.
go with the
But
itis. Go with the itis. Based on
cricket, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Go
Cricket
there.
is eye test for sure, and stats and some stats. But cricket is stats, so it's hard to say that. Cricket is
Let me give
stats.
you one example of that today, right? Mumbai KKR, Venkatesh Iyer make 50, right? But that was one of the worst 50 I ever see in my life, right?
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah,
So fun, you know.
yeah. So I would even sometimes the stats will fool you. You know, you might say Venkatesh Iyer, but then you know when you really check,
I wouldn't say that was the worst because I watched
you see what
Josh
was
Butler play.
that?
I watched Butler play that game.
Yeah, he
And
struggled.
Butler,
Yeah, I
he
remember
really on
that.
strike, you know. He didn't get to
Yeah,
go on
yeah.
strike most of the game.
Yeah.
And he opened.
Yeah.
So
But Butler is a man in the power play, you know. Even
Yeah.
Venkatesh too. But wow, you know. So that would tell you Butler and Venkatesh might not necessarily be the guys you want. You might want to go Samson and the other Iyer instead, you know. So it's little things like that the eye test will tell you. You know, you might say, boy, this man making runs in the but I see Butler, you know, that man didn't really light it up, you know. So yeah,
So-
that's a great point, man.
Just before we sign off, before I let Dino sign off first, just so guys, quick info has it all. Literally, just Google uncapped players IPL 2022, and they're getting a comprehensive list, of the guys that are featuring, and they're giving you hints as if they are deep, if they're playing, if they're
They're playing.
considered, if
They're
they're starting,
playing.
right? So
Freaking 4 people playing. They in
right,
there,
so
trust.
look at this list. Again, we don't know what else you want us to do for you. We did all the research for you, right? This is what we love to do. At least I love to do it. So, quick info, must say, really, really comprehensive, really awesome, giving some good info. Of course, again, do your own research. Look at all the scores, look at all the stats, look at who playing, who batting, who bowling, look at the scores, right? And use that as well to your advantage. Right, Dino, sign us off.
Well, if you're following this, right, and you look at Cricinfo, yeah, they have everything, but they didn't tell you about no power booster and thing, right? So the things that we discuss here
Yes,
and the
yes.
future planning, you're not seeing that anywhere else. So
Right.
kudos to you guys for doing that.
I appreciate
A pleasure
that.
to be here. Look forward to some on Instagram. I know all of you have Insta, even if it's just a look account, you have it, right? So make sure you follow Fantasy Pavilion, right? We'll do some stuff live, hopefully. During this IPL, we could line up stuff as we continue to grow, right?
Of
So
course.
respect to everybody, man.
Yes, man. Guys, don't forget. So later tonight, we have your F1 Fantasy covered. We'll be previewing the Melbourne race. Tomorrow, Thursday, 3:30 p.m., we'll be doing the FPL, review and preview. So 31 and 32, discussing how we progressing into 32. And don't forget some double game weeks coming up. So we'll hint at that as well. All your fantasy topics covered, whether it be cricket, F1, and football, of course. Champions League, we have so we'll jump in, maybe something Sunday, maybe something in between, just a little review of the first few matches that happened there, and try to show you the subs that we'll be making if necessary, if at all, because I had Villarreal, man. But yeah, so we will go. All right, we're signing off there as usual, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and happy picking, and be safe out there, guys.
Respect.